All right. So I've decided it is time, after many requests, to start doing some music reviews. I haven't done one since my Linkin Park video about 2 fucking years ago. So it's about time that I get back on track, and I'm going to start by reviewing an album from my favorite band of all time, Metallica. Now, before I start, I am a man who loves Saint Anger. I think it's a brilliant fucking raw album. Everybody fucking hates it. Most Metallica fans do, but I love it. I love that album. I think it's great. I think it's a work of genius. I think it has excellent riffs. I don't fucking care that it don't have any solos. I don't care that, the lyrics might not be their best. It's enjoyable music. I like them and I like it. So fucking sue me if I, am allowed to have an opinion. I know people are going to give me shit about that. I also liked Reload. I didn't really like Load that much, I'll be honest, so I'm not, blinded to, Metallica making bad music. And also it's not bad. It's just, to me, before Lulu, the Load was their worst album. So we'll just say that. Okay, so with that out of the way, you know that I love Metallica. You know that I think that they're geniuses and that they're metal gods and all that, and they certainly are. They have transcended the metal genre and have branched out into other avenues, and I appreciated that. But this shit that is Lulu, this is a fucking horrible ass album. Basically, it's them and Lou Reed. Lou Reed is, heralded as some great lyricist, and he's decided that he's going to write some poetry for this album, and he's going to just speak the poetry as Metallica plays in the background. And every now and then, James Hetfield's going to chime in with some of that poetry, those lyrics. What a fucking miserable ass idea. It don't even sound like a good idea because, poetry and metal is just not there. There's a way you can do it. Robert Plant did it well in Achilles' Last Stand. That was poetry, but he sung it melodically. And here's the thing, Lou Reed, there is no melody. There are times where he seems like he's trying to sing, but that's not singing. It's like a failed contestant on American Idol, that type of singing. It's like bad, horrible, just like what were you thinking? You're fucking tone deaf type of singing. So he's just rambling along with this spoken word, poetry of his, and Metallica is playing some horrible fucking, riffs in the background. They're so fucking lazy. It sounds like some fucking child playing his guitar in his bedroom, and he's only been playing for 3 days. It's that bad. They're just, slopping along on a guitar and nothing. This is the thing. Usually lyrics are in key with the guitar and the rest of the instruments. Nothing is in key. It's all off key. It sounds bad. How the fuck did this get released? Didn't the producer say, hey, James, Lars, this shit doesn't sound good. That's that bad. It sounds fucking terrible. And the lyrics are completely ridiculous. From the first track, Brandenburg Gate, you've got him saying that you got Lou Reed speaks his poetry and he says, I would cut my legs and tits off. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And the guitar just sounds bad. The tone is horrible. Metallica has a signature tone. It's heavy, it's crisp, it's clear. James Hetfield, you can find on YouTube, has talked about how important his signature tone is. But obviously, it isn't. This is supposed to be for Metallica, this album. They wanted to do a project with Lou Reed. They said that they don't care what the fans think. And I can appreciate that because just like me here on YouTube, I do these videos for my subs. But, a lot of times I have to speak my opinion. I have to do what I want. And if some people don't like what I have to say, I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway because it's what I feel and my heart is right. And I can appreciate that type of thinking from Metallica. But holy fucking shit, why did it have to fucking suck this much and sound so ridiculous? Then on the second track, The View, it's the infamous track, the first one that was released to the public. James Hetfield screams, "I am the table." You're the fucking idiot. Who the fuck? Well, Lou Reed obviously came up with that. But holy fucking shit. I know it's a metaphor, just like, the tits and legs thing from, Brandenburg Gate. But there was a way of going about metaphors, that not everything could be a metaphor. Well, sometimes it can be, but there's ways of making good metaphors that sound cool or clever. Shouting, "I am the table" is not one of them. It's one of the worst fucking lyrics ever spoken, and it just sounds terrible. It's hilarious, but it's terrible. Oh my God, and it keeps on shouting it, and I'll be honest, some of the riffage here, the part where he does say "I am the table" is simplistic, but it actually is slightly decent, sort of repetitive, but decent. It's some of the best riffage on the album, and it's not that great. Decent is too kind of a word. Passable, I will say. And then on the third track, Pumping Blood, Lou Reed speaks these words. And he wrote these words. He says, he compares something, and he says, a colored man's dick. Whoa! And at that point, I was like, I took my hands away from my computer when I was listening. This is like, oh, I don't even want to touch this when I do the review. But I am going to carefully here. Bad choice. Stupid lyrics. Retarded. Who says that? Just like "I am the table." To say that is wrong. And, you're just opening yourself up there for criticism. At no point did Lou Reed, think to himself that it's a bad idea to write some of these lyrics because people might laugh, in a negative way. I understand the concept is that, they don't care what people think. They're going to do this for them. Lou Reed even said, "I don't have any fans anymore." And, people talk on YouTube that you can't say anything about Lou Reed because he's dead. And, I have all respect for the dead, but, his poetry was not good. It was bad. It, was considered by a lot of people to be good. Quality, artsy, all these artsy fartsy types liked it. And seriously, I have an appreciation for art. I seriously do. Good forms of art. But this is like the form of art where it's just a bunch of, colors splattered on the canvas and people say, "Oh, what a great piece of art." No, that's just a bunch of fucking colors spread all over the place. A fucking retard could do it. It reminds me of that episode of Doug. Yeah, Doug. Remember where a pork chop was chasing a raccoon over the canvas? And their paw prints got all over it, and then they all said that Doug was a genius. That's kind of like those paintings, and those type of paintings are like Lou Reed's poetry. They suck fucking dick. They suck fucking dick. Colored man's dick, I guess. When it comes to Lulu. Oh, man. And then there's this other song on there. It's called Frustration. Frustration, at one point for 10 seconds, actually has a decent riff. I saw one person, in the comments when I was listening to this album again said that it sounded like Black Sabbath, and it does. It has a great Sabbath influence for like 10 fucking seconds, and then the song ends. This album is beyond fucking terrible. The fact that it is off key, Lou Reed sounds terrible. Not even a voice that should be recorded for music. And Metallica is lazy, their tone is bad, and the thing is, it just doesn't fit. It's not good, it's not Achilles' last stand, it's not melodic. How can music be good when it's not melodic and it's just there and it's just, sloppy, poorly done? It's it is the worst fucking thing I've ever fucking heard. I'd rather listen to Ashley fucking Simpson or somebody like that than this. Seriously, at least that has some melody. At least that has some energy. This is just slow, boring, poorly done, poorly produced bullshit. I mean, this is a sack of shit if I ever did see one. The fact that Metallica's name is attached to this and they're playing and James Hetfield is singing a little bit is just mind blowing to me. All right, this album is complete trash, and I've had enough. I never want to speak of it again.